Thank you everybody for joining me. You're following on from the video that you've probably seen a number of weeks ago or only a few days ago, because we split it so we're not boring everybody to death with one long video. Now, you saw on the last video regarding uPVC how we've actually cleaned and prepared a uPVC window transom ready for, in effect, spraying. Now, the spraying can't take place until you've done a little bit of masking up. So on this video, which will be a short and sweet, hopefully, and we're not going to be 20 minutes on it, I'm just going to show you how you're going to tape up the transom, which in effect is very much like what you'll be doing if you're taping up the rest of a window. So we're going to start. Now, if you've not seen these are the 3M hand maskers, which are brilliant. They've got a roll of tape on it, and you've got a roll of paper, and you draw it off and you rip it, and it gives you a lovely piece of cut paper ready to stick wherever you want. So I'll be using that today, but also I'm going to show you how you should be actually taping up around the glass. So I'm going to drop the camera down and we're going to have a look at actually taping up around the edges. Right, you can see here, I'll just let me prop it with this. If you know what that is, the last video, or if you look in the corner, there is a video on using one of these, and on that video, because I did it before this one, I've just had a go at using it on there. Yeah, I'll come on to that in a minute. So let me just use that as a prop, and I'll just angle the glass, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Right, there is rubber going around there. Now, I will be spraying onto that rubber, mainly for testing out whether the paint that I'll be using, and I've said before, I'm using that paint. I want to see what the actual paint's like going over that rubber. This paint is more of a solvent based. The thinner is white spirit, as opposed to the colour bond that the thinner and cleaner would be cellulose thinners, cellulose cleaner. So this, I want to see how it performs actually on the rubber. I will be contacting the guys who produced this to say, is it a paint for rubber or isn't it? But we will find out, because I will do the test. Right, ready to go. I've propped it up. I'm just going to get a nice bit of tape being pulled out. This is the lilac-y coloured Masq tape. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to get it as close as I possibly can to that rubber edge without touching it. I'm overlapping it. You can see there's an overlap piece there at the moment, which I will be trimming off, and we're just going to carefully go round, drop it down. I've just got a Stanley blade, and I'm just going to carefully cut that tape against the rubber edge there, and I've got it neat. I'm going to do exactly the same with this here. Don't press too hard onto the glass, you don't need to. A sharp blade will nicely cut your tape without damaging the glass. And that's all I've got, a Stanley blade, bit of tape on it so I can hold it. If you've got a snap-off blade, brilliant, but for the purpose of this, I've just got a nice little blade I've got in my workshop. So we're on with one. I'm going to show you Top Tip Tuesday. We've got one on. I'm going to go round the top now. I don't need to go all the way to the corner. I can just overlap it slightly there. And again, I can keep as close as I possibly can to that rubber edge, doing it by hand. And I come to the end there, and I'm just going to get the blade, and cut it as neat and as close as I can again to the rubber edge. That's another one done. I'm going to come in from this side. I can actually overlap at the bottom, bring it all the way up, and I can tear it. I don't need to use a blade. I know where it's going. I can tear it onto what I've already got. With the blade, I'm down in this corner, and I'm just going to carefully cut across once again. I am not cutting the rubber. I am keeping away from the rubber and making a nice cut all the way across. Right, we're on the homeward straight now. I can actually work out where I need with that and virtually rip it off as I'm looking at it. So let's get that down, coming all the way across there. done and dusted. Look at that. Look at that bad boy. Really like it. Now this 3 hand masker, I can drop that straight across there, go like that, get that on, and I'll do another one there. Once you've got into using one of these, you get quite slick at it, and you'll say, Phil, or you can do it like that. I know you can, because I've had these 20, my first one of this one I had this in the late 90s. So one of those machines is not new to me at all. And then you just tape it down like that. And if you want to be really, really good, you'll tape across the middle. And that is it. Just look at that. That's taped up a glass, dead easy. Now, the next thing you want to tape up is, depending on how you're doing these windows, you might want to tape up these underneath. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you, this is some general Indesa tape. Now this is quite good, it's really sticky, it's good when you don't need to worry too much about crisp, sharp lines and low tackness. You need something to grip. It does give actually a nice, line to it, and I'm just going to tape up all the way around. Excuse the private helicopter coming to pick me up. I've got an appointment over in Monaco later. So I'm just going around now and I'm taping up against that flat edge across there. Now this is a proper 2-inch tape. I'll have to lean it up against myself. That will just protect that inner part of the window casement there. Again, you'll be doing it a lot neater than this, because I'm trying to do it talking and filming. So another edge done there, all the way around, and we come to the bottom one. Can you see? Try and get this in one. So he's going all the way across, getting it down. Get it neat across the flat. Get it neat across the flat and then bring it round. Now if you so wanted, that might be enough depending on what you're doing. If you so wanted, you can bring some more tape across and actually tape up like that the inner part of the window and the frame. Can you see? Like that. Now that's all you need to do. I'm quite happy to show you that. This has kept it a quick, simple video. Anything that you don't want paint on, tape it up. And on that note, I'm going to say thanks for listening. We kept it short and sweet. Please watch the videos at the end. The video after this will actually be painting it.